Big cat, how you came to be is no longer a mystery. Black sheep is your birthright. It's code for the one who brings the light. I bet if there's a crack, you don't fall back. Remember who you are. No rest for the wicked with their skullduggery. The use spell workers' projection to send out envy, hate, and jealousy. You are the prototype, your ancestors champion. They shield you and send back those spiritual attacks. You are divinely protected from the dummy bats. Yeah. Big cat, the most high, got your back. He sits high and looks low, so don't get smoked or smoke yourself. Big cat moving silence. Only time you speak is to say checkmate.
Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back for your message or messages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. I'm getting the energy of releasing, letting go. No longer being held or bound by what was. Being mindful, being in the present, darling dears. The present is a gift. This is you unwrapping the gift of the present, the mindfulness, this letting go. It's like releasing trauma. This is a dramatic change for you, darling dears. You realize that your energy shouldn't be squandered or just handed out like it's regular. You are no regular smegular. You are a big cat. And I have nothing else said. Let's go with the charms to start. Let's drop down and get our eagle on. Right, here you are, Big Cat, next to the World card. This is a new beginning for you, darling dears. We have next to the Strength, we've got Emperor energy. We've also got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. A lot of negative energy. We've also got the Temperance in reverse. There was no balance around because the Strength card is Leo energy. Leo is the 5th house, creativity. This is your childhood, darling dears. There's a lot of secrets that was kept around your childhood. But this is you putting down that particular blade, darling dears. You're no longer holding on to it. We've got the Hermit here in the reverse. You don't care about what was in the past. This is a new beginning for you, darling dears. You are juxtaposed to the Star card. Star card is for healing and rebirth. You're about to have something major happen in your financial situation. This is the biggest Pentacale of them all, Ace of Pentacles. Right next to the Empress energy. You are fertile and abundant at this moment in time. The Tower moment is because destiny, Wheel of Fortune. But you're being watched. Negative energy. We've got it in juxtaposed to the Death card in reverse. This is about, I'm getting more than one. We had a family energy here watching you, darling dears. They're watching you boss up in some kind of a way. There is negative energy being sent to you because it's next to the Ace of Wands. Spelling, spell work. But no weapon formed against you is going to prosper. We've got the Devil card in reverse and the work in reverse. What they expected to work on you. They're watching to see if their castations have actually manifested. These are people that secretly love what you're doing, darling dears. This is somebody, love, hate, jealousy, envy, all of the above. They envy the cup of love that you now have. These people or this person would never give you the flowers while she was around them. Lovers in reverse. Their behaviors, their actions is something that they chose to do, darling dears. They're stuck in their ways, Chariot in the reverse. They have not changed one bit, but they're watching you focused. We have the High Priestess next to the Magician. You're about to meet somebody from your soul tribe, Big Cat. We've also got it in juxtaposed to the Hierophant. This is a destined meeting, whether it's for love, romantical, platonic, soul tribe, or for someone to continue to give you guidance on your journey, because it's right next to the Fool, because you're going through it's a new version of yourself. Your ancestors are sending this healing to you. Can you see how it's all in a line? Yeah. This is a brave new world, and it looks like you're going solo dolo. You are not bringing anyone from the past, but they're still focused on your finances, the foundation that you've created, the Wheel of Fortune next. If you might even have a new Chariot of Righteousness, darling dears. That's your vehicle that takes you where you need to go, and anywhere you go, and it is righteous. Hence the Chariot of Righteousness. Paying a lot of attention to that, but there's definitely a death. There's a death situation, but this is a judgment call. Somebody's gone, it's like a homegoing, somebody having their final judgment. Now they're going to sleep. Somebody's being laid to rest, darling dears. But it's a situation that you're not going to attend. Something from the past is being laid to rest. You're letting the secrets go. No longer bound by what was. It's what you want it to be. Being more mindful. You have manifestation mode, and you are attracting what you truly deserved. But you're having taken a different approach. One which is spiritually based, and based in what knowledge, darling dears. You want to see everything from the correct perspective. You're no longer going to sacrifice yourself to people that are fools, darling dears. Your ancestors are blocking out a lot of energy. Also energy of what? Self-doubt, darling dears. Don't be afraid of taking this new step, because you will always be watched. You are the light for all of that negative energy, darling dears. You are living a life they wish they could. You're free. But not just physically, it's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. And everyone is pocket watching you. They're watching you, but they're under judgment, darling dears. Your separation is hitting different on a group of people you saw as family, or actually family members. There's no going back. You know your worth, and you add tax. You're not prepared to put up with that energy anymore. Good God in heaven. Temperance energy. You are being spiritually protected at this moment in time, and you don't even realize it, darling dears. You might have woke up today and stubbed your toe. It was your ancestors sending back some negative energy. When you catch the negative energy, darling dears, don't just lock and bind it. Lock and bind it and send it to the Most High in love and light. It has no power or dominion over you. Sending it back to returning it to senders, all well and good. But you're playing ping pong. Who's got the time for ping pong? No one. Not spiritual ping pong. Oh, you have an 8. 8 is a highly spiritual number, darling dears. 8. The number 8 is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is about you having limitations, but these limitations are being lifted from you. I think it was more of a psychological thing, darling dears. Reclaiming your psychological password. I love it. I don't hate it. It also speaks about some kind of law, some kind of legal situation. Are you working in a legal field, civil service, a civil servant? Could be a police officer, but it's something about your old age, darling dears. Maybe you're up for retirement at this moment in time. putting down a particular obligation because you're going for your ambitions, darling dears. But this Saturn is also what? Representative of karma. For the chakras, Saturn is representative of your third eye, darling dears. Something that you intuitively know is no longer a limitation in your life. This is the unfolding of the real you, darling dears. But there's a lot of obsessive jealousy, negative, lots of negative energy being chucked your way. Trust and believe. Your birthday may be the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th, or that's a significant number in your life, possibly a door number or a date number. You are in master manifestation modes. Your luckiest days over the next few days will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Your luckiest numbers will be 2, 4, and 8, darling dears, as well as the letters H, Q, and Z. Saturn itself rules PF, so you have PF, H, Q, and Z. This came up in the Earth sign reading for next week. Make sure you watch that reading, darling dears. There's going to be a message there for you. Reading dated, I believe it's going to be, I think it's the 15th. I think, Anyhow, pressing on, darling dears, pressing on. The energy of the 8 speaks about you having accomplished something. You are now feeling more empowered. You've mastered something, darling dears, and it's getting your just desserts, your rewards. The 8th house is also the house of debt, darling dears, as well as death. As I said, someone is being laid to rest, but it's also being laying to rest of a karmic debt, darling dears. Whatever you've overcome and you've empowered yourself, what you've mastered, darling dears, is not for the faint-hearted. It's all part of your what? Akashic record. It's all in your birth natal chart, darling dears. And when you look at your perfected year, that's predictive astrology, darling dears. You'll know what kind of year you're having because you'll see the house it's in. But when you compare it to your birth date and the time and everything, it gives you down to the minute, darling dear, what's going on. But it feels as though this is something that you was preparing for a long time. Just like fall down 7 times, you get up 8, darling dears. They fall to the left and the right, but you still go on. This is why heated eyes are on you. Control your temper over the next few days as well, darling dears. But money will be working in your favor. The 3 and the 5 speaks about a visit, someone coming to visit you. Expect incoming, darling dears. Be on the alert. There's also some trouble afoot, darling dear. Something is being blamed on you. Someone's trying to shift blame on you. But they can blame you in your absence, darling. There's never in your face, but it's something you're choosing to be separate from. You are in your authority, darling dears. You are now looking for situations and circumstances where there is equal give and take. You found that you was in a fishbowl around energies, darling dears. You no longer wish the fishbowl. You want the ocean of infinite possibilities. The 8th house is a highly spiritual house, darling dears. Highly spiritual. Pay attention to your dreams as well as your intuition. Definitely letting go once and for all. Love it. In tarot, the number 8 is represented by the Strength card, darling dears. The Strength card, Big Cat Leo energy. You're taking a risk, but it's a risk into the unknown. I just heard I can do battle by myself. Wow. You can. You're a big cat. It fell off in a 2. This means you're going on an adventure. You're going to be getting some compliments, gifts. It could also be an inheritance. You may even be making travel plans at this moment in time. The energy of the 2 in tarot is represented by the High Priestess. Again, this is from going within. You are planning some kind of a journey or a trip. You're going to meet a feminine energy. Or you may be the feminine in the situation, but it's a like-minded. We saw the Hierophant, the magician next to the High Priestess, and the Hierophant was above them. There's a divinely guided meeting coming towards you, darling dears. Remember I told you that? The 2 is representative of moon energy. Moon is about what? Fake friends, darling dears, the secret enemies of it all, the hot eyes that are still going through the same cycles as you. You've already completed what you needed to complete it there. Creating a lot of false allegations and illusions in your absence, darling dears. I just hope they can knock themselves out with it. Yeah, go right ahead. Couldn't give a good golly or a gosh. Let's get you an oracle card. Base of the deck. You know where you're going. You found your true direction. The arrow, straight as an arrow. And again, it's about, it reminded me of the compass, darling. There's someone definitely going on a trip. You don't know it now, but within the next 7 days, I just said 7 days, you're the Shaolin master. Some of you may even be taking up some form of martial art, breath work. But it's about protecting yourself, darling dears. Be graceful in movement and action. Yeah. You also got what? Being able to drop your shields. You are being 100% protected, darling dears. Protected for this new journey. And it's also about you living out loud, darling dears. Something to do with palm reading. Maybe you're a palmist. Well, there's many things you can find out about someone's character just by looking at their fingers and their hands. Short fingers, they are determined, darling dears, and they will hold on. They'll be determined. If the headline is just straight across, this is someone who is a bossy boots. Heart line, they'll appear to let you be in the lead, but then they're going to take you over, mate. They've got to be the boss. Yeah. A new beginning. A new beginning for you, darling dears. This is like the shield maiden. The shield maiden is the baddest ones on the field, darling dears. Part of the Vikings. They will kill you, then go home and cook a meal, mate. Row the boat back themselves, straight off the battlefield and straight into the kitchen. Yeah. But this is about you learning yourself and peace. Being peaceful doesn't mean you put yourself back into the high priest or priestess. Good golly and gosh. Many of you are readers, darling dears, but this is tapping into a part of you that you had to keep hidden behind the shield, but no more. You are living loud and proud. This is why eyes are on you, darling dears. People are watching you be adventurous, seeking joy from your own self. You're being watched, darling dears. Nothing like a hater to watch your every move, darling dears. Let's get the book. I'm going to see what the High Priest means. It says, intend and create. But we've also got Shaolin Master. Okay, let's find where it is. Shaolin Master is on page 64. That's a 10, ending of a cycle completion, darling dears. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to show it to you so you can screenshot it. I'm going to read the High Priest. It says, slow and steady, breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach. Softly, softly, catchy monkey, darling dears. Or Law 21 of the 48 Laws of Power. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. I'm also going to show you the Protection Guardian. That is on page 112. This goes to a 4. Manifestation mode, creating a new foundation for yourself. Drop your shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. For you to screenshot and read at your leisure or your leisure. And the final one was the High Priest. Let's see. The High Priest is on page 40, and it's another 4, darling dears. When we have 2 4s on the tableau, it speaks about a shaky foundation, moving away from what was not sure, what was not safe, darling dears, but stepping like an ibex. Yeah, if there's a crack, you don't fall back. You find a better way, darling dears. Sure-footed. Right, the High Priest. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. In many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able to not only divine the future, but to help create it. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition, or in pagan traditions, be second to the High Priestess. But he is always spiritually connected and disciplined, with great respect for his creator and his particular practice. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand. And then watch it happen right before your eyes. Told you. You're letting go, darling dears. Divine masculine, the High Priest, comes behind the High Priestess, darling dears. Balancing out your masculine and feminine energy. Healing inner child wounds, darling dears. But you are High Priest or High Priestess. This means you are mysterious to many. This is why the hot eyes are on you. Underneath that, something significant is going to happen in the summer. But it's about you, what? Preparing the way. Because you are creating your future. Remember, I told you that. Love it. I don't hate it. Let's press on. Right, let's get some intuitive cards. This one turned right over. Knowledge is power, darling dears. Have the memory of an elephant. Remember what happened, but don't live amongst it, darling dears. Not for too long. Don't stay there. Don't lay down, I beg. That's the DNS, the dark night of the soul. Understand what you went through, but you had to go through this in order to let go what is not for you. You are being promoted, darling dears. Listen, divine is giving you a blessing in your what? Your second house, darling dears. The second house is your house of values. Love it. I don't hate it. Push, clap. It's about your income, darling dears, your earnings. It's about your talents. It's about the past. It's about you, what things that you used to do financially in the past, or where you would put your funds towards. You're not going to do that anymore. This is about building your empire, darling dears, changing your routine, but living by your ethics. This is why divine is promoting you at this moment in time. For others, you are getting a promotion in your work life. If you're working for others, darling dears, you're about to climb that ladder. It could also be self-promotion, what you are promoting as a business, darling dears. It's about to take off. Your knowledge is what is the power behind your business. And what did I tell you about the mouth breathers? Those hot eyes are on you, the stalking stalkers. They ain't forgotten you, darling dear. What's this? Look what's face up. Let's see. Dysfunctional. And as far as you're concerned, it's a cold case, darling dear, that no one's going to dig up. Nobody wants to know what's going on with them. And in some cases, it was a marriage or a partnership. Yeah. Partnership with the devil's most diligent worker. Bestie, I know, oi. Listen, stop shoving me. I'm shoving right back. Yeah. Right, let's get a deck and dive a little deeper. Right, okay. Let's go with the stalker first. What does the stalker want? Because look what's on the base. They're looking. Look. They want you to call them. Yeah, they're trying to manifest you back, darling dears, to this what? This functional cold case. What do they want? This selfish person, right? You got on your what? Your last nerve. There was like a cheap lace thong in your life, darling dears. This person or people. This person is selfish. There is also what? A mystery illness, darling dears. They want you to call them. You may hear of someone being sick. But they're what? They're looking for a nurse with a purse. Someone to feel sorry for them. They're saying, who, me? Acting surprised? Yeah, they're not surprised. You're really going to pull back the past into your life after everything you've been through? This is your... Look, they really want you to... Listen. They want you to pay attention to them. It's stressing them out to their core. They want a call from you, but we already discern that you're going to get some kind of visitation. This person is stressed out, proper stressed out, pressed, pumped, and perturbed. Personal people, darling, this. Ain't they tired? Ain't they tired from watching you? Every time they look and see that you are what? Climbing another mountain, darling dears. Every time they look up, all they can see is your butt cheeks disappearing over the hemisphere. Right? This person who was slow to defend you when your back was turned. Right? This person that did not cough when it came to telling you what it was and what it's not. Yeah. They're always jealous of you and they're thirsty, mate. They're thirsty. Your ancestors ensuring that they are stuck, darling dears. Yeah, they're stuck on you, watching your every move, bestie. They can't help it, this thirsty. Listen, you're doing a great job, says the universe. Yeah. They're exhausted, darling dears. They're exhausting, dysfunctional, watching your every move because you're choosing to let go. One more card and then we're out. Yeah, they're sick in their cranium and they're selfish to the core. They haven't changed one bit, right? What's this, a quick punch in the tummy? I don't know, darling dears. But, listen. It hurts them, darling dear. Physical phantom illness. They sent this to you to cause you some form of pain, darling dears. I told you, your ancestors have been... Your ancestors are going, hello, motherfucker. But they try their shit. Ain't they tired? They're still not tired, darling. They're not tired enough yet. They haven't had enough repercussions for what? Leaving the bad-assed one alone. Leave you alone. That's what they need to do. Let's get a deck. See what's going on. Get something that I haven't used in a while. Gonna go with the after tarot deck. Yeah, leave them where they are, out in the cold. This is someone who's sad, sorry, and there may even be a medical issue, maybe a mental health issue, but somebody looking for a handout, darling dears. They want a handout, and you know this. There's something they want to take: energy, time, your advice, something. But they're out in the cold. Well, guess what? Hello, motherfucker. Oh my God. Look, they're flipping bored. If someone is bored, it means because they're boring. Why would you want someone boring around you, darling dears? Good God. Not saying that you want to call Jester, but good God. Let's see what's going on. Second house, you're being promoted, darling dears. Let go. Don't go back. Let them stalk, darling dears. They need something to do with their time. Yeah, moon energy. This is the fake frenemy, darling. These are the jealous ones, the hopeless ones. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Moon energy, Cancer, as well as Pisces energy, darling dears. This is bad energy, deception. The moon energy also speaks about travel, darling dears. Spiritual travel. They've been sending a lot of negative energies. Could also be spell work, darling dears, towards you to interrupt the cycle that you are on right now. This is deception personified. The original bad news bears, darling dears. Why? Did you hear the seagulls? Confirmation, darling dears. Yeah. Some are actually wishing you dead, or there's an actual death around. We saw family energy, death around family energy. Yeah. They want you to come somewhere, darling dears. They're sending this negative energy towards you, but they want you to come to a family gathering. Yeah. This goes to what? Three of Pentacles. They want you to work with them with something. Emperor energy. What about the Emperor energy? Why is the Emperor energy here? We've got the Lovers, the Foundation, and the Tower. Queen of Cups. You're going to have to take charge of the situation, darling dears. If it's something to do with family, this is not a situation for you to go, because we've got the Seven of Cups here. Right? Fugazi, confusing energy, darling dears. This is fake friends next to the Lover's energy. There's no friendship in this group. Yeah. Every friend has another friend, and none of them are your friend, darling dears. Difficult decision. Listen, if there's two sides there, none of the sides are for you, darling dears. Why are they so focused on what your income is? Where you getting your Skrillers from? Why are they paying attention to what's going on with you? Because you've been making the right choices, darling dears. You're making the right choices, sowing the right seeds. Yeah. Because you let go of a situation. You let go of... And it could also speak about let go and being that free spirit, darling dears. You sowed a seed in a different direction, and you are reaping the benefits of your rewards. Yeah. Disappointed that they can't share in what you've actually created for yourself, darling dear, because they're deceptive. You created something new, yeah. And they only want to come into your situation because their life is a crisis. Yeah, struggling and juggling, darling dears. This is a new version of yourself. You don't need their cup of opium or cognitive dissonance. This is somebody holding one pentacle, and they've made it into what? A mountain. This is a new beginning in your health, your ideas. This is success. When we see 2 sevens juxtaposed, darling dears, there's no hearts. This, like I said, 7 of Pentacles and the Swords, they're focused on your income and the foundation that you've created for yourself. They don't know how you did it. They can't understand how comes you're winning at this moment in time. If you've got a family, they see that your family is happy. Or they've heard nothing on the grapevine. Why? You ain't one of the fruit, darling dear. No, blood. You're a big cat. Yeah. Manifestation mode, darling dears. Moving forward very quickly. You've decided to be peaceful. They don't understand why you are not creating... because you're in boss mode. You've already won. Law number 47 of the 48 laws of power. You've already won. You don't need to go back and do any. You've won by the actions that you've taken to protect yourself. That's their karma. Justice. All these contractual partnerships, soul contracts, they're getting karma, darling dears. No longer being a martyr in a situation. You've put many situations on pause. It's like you're having to make a difficult decision at this moment in time. It's only difficult if you believe it to be. This is about you using the day as a gift, right? Washing your face like David and getting to what you truly know. Divine has gifted you with all the tools to move forward. Let the gossiping gossipers gossip, darling dears. There's nothing you can do about it. You're more important than the news. They couldn't handle you if you chose to what? Go to war with them in person, darling dears. You're a lyricist. You've got everything here. But you're choosing to use your power to what? Wash your face like David. This is about you transmuting that negative energy. The burden is not for you. No longer fighting those. You've got a future ahead of you, a bright future, because you know your worth, and it's also your earning potential, which everyone's watching. Two of Pentacles is no struggle, darling dears. At this moment in time, you may even just be able to just pay your bills. You're managing. But that's not where your future's going, darling dears. It's the intentions that you've set. But not going back to prove your worth in a situation or around people who is dead set as seeing you as less than or wanting you to feel less than because they know that you are more of a man than they'll ever be and more of a woman than they'll ever get. Fist bump. Dysfunctional, deluded, darling dears. Solo dolo like the boys or girls on the pole. Here you are again as the 9 of Pentacles, knowing your worth. This goes to 11 of Pentacles, darling dears. Opportunities are coming in. Somebody's going to have an opportunity to travel in the near future. Yeah. And you're traveling to what? More Skrilla, darling dears. Opportunities. This is what the archway means. You're putting down this. Look. The baddest of them all. Right? Listen, they want to burden you with forgaze issues now. This is the Page of Cups, emotionally immature, darling dears. But it also speaks about your formative years. You had no protection in this group. The mother energy. Okay. If it's family, what was the mother energy like? Let's get this Empress energy out. What was the mother energy from this family dynamic like? How did they treat the big cat in the formative years? Listen, this is the devil's most diligent worker. This is someone that suffered from depression, maybe a little alcohol problem on the quiet. Nighttime, darling dears. This is someone that never defended you. If you had siblings, she never worked for you, darling dears. Yeah. Listen, you was always left to the wolves. No protection, darling dears. She didn't protect you. This is your father, darling dear. She loved your father. It could also have been a marriage or a long-term commitment. But this is an absentee father. She loved that person. Yeah, deceptive. Your father was a what? He was a dick-dealing mattress back. He could have been gambling, a liar. Absent, darling dears. And your father has passed on. Your mother was the devil's most diligent worker. Good God. And now they want to be a tampon string. Well, she does. He's already gone to glory, darling dears. My condolences. What about the other family members? Why are they sending all of this spell work to the big cat who's minding it? Because you're successful. And you did it solo dolo like the boys or girls on the pole. You are showing something different, a side they never saw, darling dears. One of what? Opulence. One of elegance, one of wisdom, one of luxury. Possibly what? Your spiritual self, your free spirit self is showing. Yeah, they're jealous because you bossed up. Yeah. You made a difficult decision, but the decision was yours to make, darling dears. You chose you, right? You don't want to be around the unhappy ones. They're sending a lot of negative energy. This is jealous energy, darling dears. They're also overindulging. There's somebody that's an overeater or an undereater. Could be an anorexic or obese. But definitely pill popping, darling dears. There's a lot of envy being sent your way, darling dears. Again, it could be the partner that you've met, you're involved with, or someone that's coming into your life. Someone that's coming to stay, darling dears. Knight of Wands. Yeah. This is in the upright. This is it's coming, but it's taking long. Somebody has a new relationship coming towards them. Listen, if they were jealous before, they're about to step it up, guys. They're about to buff up the heat. Because you're successful. The spiritual badass, darling dears. Yeah. And you don't accept this negative energy anymore. And this energy, as I said, when you catch the energy, darling dears, don't just lock and bind it. Lock and bind it with love and light and send it to the Most High. It's not your battle, darling dears. They will live amongst what they try to curse you with. All because of jealousy. This stable environment that seems to be up and stuck at this moment in time. Come through, Cardi B. Posh clap. When it's up, it's stuck. Yeah. Your name is him, he, she. or her, he. Yeah. Spiritually protected, what did I say? Whatever they're sending your way, it hasn't touched you. You're getting your spiritual MC hammer on. Look, the devil is not welcome. I can't make this up. Yeah. You've got an older sister or sisters that are jealous of you, darling dears. Jealous. Whatever they're trying to, listen, they need to focus on their own soul, darling dears. They may even be out there in them streets calling you a witch or a wizard, darling dears, a warlock. But it's them casting all of the spell castation, darling dears. Sending the black magic, the negative energy, wishing wickedness on you. Adding gossip to whatever happened in the past, darling dears. Look, Page of Swords. Likes to stir it up. Yeah. There's a lot of jealousy and envy. Because no matter what they do, it's not working and their health is on the line, darling dears. This is the it's the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus as well as Saturn energy, darling dear. So they're having issues around with their skin, their bones, their teeth, their knees, their ears. Yeah. But it's also karma. Saturn is karma, darling dears. They're under a lot of karma. They're being punished spiritually, darling dears. They are on the docket. In Keitha, darling dears. Yeah. Look. They're getting the karma for all that they did to you, darling dears. All of the spell work they're sending towards you is affecting their health. Right? They're being punished by the people around them, darling dears. Yeah, because they sense blood in the water. Feeling extremely isolated and gloomy, darling dears, with a whole plethora of obstacles on their horizon, darling dears. A sister in particular. What else? Tell us. Came out as a throuple. Yeah, this person's toxic, darling dears. Sending that negative energy your way. Death card. Some are, like I said, are wishing death on you. But when you dig a grave for someone else, you must always make sure that yours is a deeper one. They should have realized that the back end is without the Vaseline. We are in the age of Aquarius. You got an 8 at the top of the read. You're being protected. You've got karma. For what? Good karma, darling dears. That's dharma. For what you released. What you let go, you put it down. So if it was a marriage and a partnership, hello, motherfucker. Yeah. Someone who thought you was boring, yeah? Right? They're full on disappointed now. They're disappointed now. Yeah. Too late. It's a cold case. You don't want to be back in that dysfunction with this stalker. This marriage and partnership. Yeah, it was on a knife's edge, darling dears. 10 of Swords. This is a lot of verbal abuse, mental abuse, darling dears. Maybe even physical abuse that you kept quiet. Maybe they gave you a 2-piece and not from the KFC, darling dears. What about this partnership? Yeah, it was a long, hard journey. Temperance energy. Oh my God. This King of Wands energy wants to heal the situation, this past partner. They want to work with you again, darling dears. This person is giving himself cognitive dissonance. Look, this may be the visitor, a past marriage partner or long-term partner who was celebrating with others. Yeah. But this person will come and what? Hurt you worse than before, darling dears. They're coming to recharge. They'll be looking like what? A young, hot thing. This person's coming in as the king. They're coming off the field, darling dears. And they're coming to you, right? To rejuvenate and replenish themselves, darling dears, so they can get back out there to the horde. Oh, bloody cheek. That's a bloody cheek. They want to come and replenish themselves on you, bestie. It's a lie. The devil is a liar. Even the cards are saying it's a lie. It's a lie. Don't work with this person. They're the wrong partner. And they may even have this health issue. We saw that the Seven of Pentacles already is Saturn. Something to do with their skin, their bones, their teeth, their knees, their ears. They've got something, their ears, there's something about their ears. I don't know, distinctive ears, I don't know. This person wants to come through, mate. They got health issues. They got all kinds of issues, right? They want to work with you again after they stabbed you and cut you to the white meat. Good God. You let go of that. It's dysfunction. It's a cold case. And no one called the police to reopen this file. Oh, no. They want to work with you again. Right after you've healed, and again, all you can think about, they'll come back through with another third party once they've replenished themselves from the King of Wands to the Page of Wands, darling dears. This person is a narc who is extremely deceptive, right? Knight of Cups on its face is about what? Avoiding that particular distraction because you already got their file, that see-through pamphlet. How dare they? They dare. They are bold and shameless. Want to work with you again, darling dears. Disappoint them. Oh, how now, brown cow? What's this? You ain't got no time for no shade, blood. You ain't got no time for no shade, blood. Yeah. We've got water and swords energy because the moon is water energy, darling dears. All these past relationships, you said, allow it. Go lay down somewhere. You are on your happiness tour. You're doing your fitness. Was it the fitness lap? The fitness lap, because you're going on. This is about you having all of your faculties. You're not confusing yourself. You're not leaving that situation in tears, darling dears. You see it for what it is. And it's not for you. I love it. I don't hate it. 2 9s is what? Minor gains. What they gained was minor, darling dears. They get a front seat to watch you really bend the matrix. How dare they? How now, brown cow? Let's see. Nah, no distractions for you, darling dears. None. You don't want it. Second house, darling dears. You're about to be promoted in a major way. I'll take this one. Yeah. You've got their file, you've got their facts, and it could also speak about a legal situation. You could be in the armed forces, or maybe going into the army, or this person is in the army or legal field, darling dears. But this person's got a habeas corpus on them, blood. Some kind of legal situation. Yeah. King of Wands in the reverse, darling dears. Something to do with their work. Yeah. Maybe they're a light-fingered bandit, a cut purse, a porch climber in their corporate environment or whatever their work environment is. They're a thief, right? They're a thief. And they've been what? Apprehended. Let's get some more intuitive cards. Stalking stalkers. What are we going to go with? Get the blue one. Get the blue one. Stalking stalkers. Yeah, easy. Yeah, they were easy. They were easy to seduce, darling dears. They're easy to push the blame on you. I told you someone is blaming you in a situation. Well, guess what? You're winning through your actions and never through your words. Law number 9, right? You was the what? That's right, bestie. The best they ever had, right? And your Big Cat Chronicles shall go on. You haven't lost anything worth keeping, darling dears. Because if it was worth keeping, it would have been with you through the rain, darling dears, not providing the mud. On that note, I drops me mic. So over to my Teesprings, my Patreons, or my TikToks where I also upload videos. Thank you very much for your continued support of me in this channel. If you'd like a personal read, please hit me up in the Gmail. All of my intel is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages with whomsoever you feel needs it. And your comment is a survival kit for another big cat. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Big cat wave.
you came to be is no longer a mystery. Black sheep is your birthright. It's code for the one who brings the light. I bet if there's a crack, you don't fall back. Remember who you are. No rest for the wicked with their skullduggery. The use spell workers' projection to send out envy, hate, and jealousy. You are the prototype, your ancestors champion. They shield you and send back those spiritual attacks. You are divinely protected from the dummy bats. Yeah. Big cat, the most high, got your back. He sits high and looks low, so don't get smoked or smoke yourself. Big cat moving silence. Only time you speak is to say checkmate.